Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. Today, I would like to talk about the new developments regarding the gas for rubles and oil for rubles that was just decreed by Russian President Vladimir Putin and would apply to the so-called unfriendly countries that were designated by the Russian government. And those unfriendly countries are the countries that supported Ukraine by sanctioning uh, Russia economically, and not only economically, but supporting Ukraine by providing Ukraine with weapons, ammunition, and all kind of support. Now, the rules of war are that the friend of my enemy is my enemy. I know it's a little bit twisted, but that's how it is. So in this case, uh, the um, the Western countries, more specifically three of them, which are Germany, France, and Italy, they start crying now, and they say a contract is a contract. Hmm. Well, obviously, I do not know, and I did not read the contracts. Neither you did that or anyone else that could inform us with the exact contract and the signatures. But I know that you put your signature nowadays if you go and you buy diapers. You have to put a signature somewhere on a credit card or something. You basically sign certain things, a big list of stipulations, obviously. But I don't know those stipulations in these contracts, or I do not know the stipulations included in the contracts or the treaties between the countries. So I do not think that if I get in a scuffle with someone here, someone else could sanction me, my businesses, and that's something just a-okay. It's between me and this guy. It's between Germany and Poland. Okay, it's not between Germany and France or Great Britain. In this case, it's between the Russians and the Ukrainians. It's not about Russians, United States, so-called European Union, which is not a monolithic bloc, France and so on, all these guys here, Australia and all those others. So I'm pretty sure that when these guys placed sanctions against my businesses, the banks, corporations, athletes, sports figures, oligarchs, which are personal independent people, businessmen, they seize property, money, finances, right? Property, houses, and so on. And when these guys that I have nothing to do with them do all that, how am I supposed to view their actions towards me? If they are my parents and I'm the child, even if I disagree with my parents' decision, I'm not going to go and punch them in the face, right? Wait until you get 18, when you're 18 of age, and you get out and do whatever you want. In this case, this is an adult and this is not an adult. I have the right to think, to act, and make decisions, right? And I can retaliate if you do something to me. You're not my parent. I don't have to wait until I get 18, right? I'm looking at the clock like, it goes the time. But that's how it is. Now, these guys had nothing to do with this. They just, maybe there are some, exactly, they just felt that they need to intervene. What they did without me doing anything to them, they did something directly affecting me, my country, my citizens, for something they think is wrong, and I think is right. These guys think is wrong. Now, if we think about all this, they all feel upset right now. A contract is a contract. I am 100% certain there were certain contracts between all the people and all the businesses that I can enumerate: Gazprom, banks, private individuals, businesses, yacht, right? Financial system. When you go to a bank and open an account, they can't just turn it off just like that. So those were contracts. What about those contracts? Well, obviously these people that just came and just said, "Oh my God, a contract is a contract." They start this contract is a contract just from today on. They don't go 5 days, 1 month ago. No, they don't go back. Such I don't have a word to describe these leaders of these countries whining and pointing out to something that they themselves broke. And let's say even if they didn't break anything. Okay, Russia is a rogue state. All right, but it's not the case. It's not the case. It's unbelievable that these three countries just jumped out because it burns them. But they, in my assessment, they were pushed into all this by their boss, who stays across the Atlantic and has everything they need. More than these guys. They don't depend. The United States doesn't really depend on anything from, 5% gas or something, or whatever they get from, not gas, I think they get some oil from Russia, 5%. They can, tap their own reserves and cover it. But these guys, the Europeans, are poor as hell. That's why they need European Union. Lebensraum, that's what they need. That they need places. They need places to sell their crap and places to get resources. Remember that? Sounds like 1939 or something, right? But it's wrapped in a very shiny, beautiful wrapping, the whole thing. What bothers me is these guys come in front of the cameras. They have press conferences now, and a contract is a contract. Really? For people who have, I don't know, at least 65 IQ or 56, 65, 66, you should understand that. Below that, you know what's that 65 down below. You should understand this when you watch that, and if you pay attention. But nevertheless, people will scream everywhere where I go right now. When I meet friends, not friends, because friends are, you pick your friends, and the friends, you don't pick those kind of friends who have below 65 IQ. But I'm saying you meet people who have, I don't know, you go to work, you go and speak with someone, meet a parent, you meet this and that. And they're going to tell you or tell me about a contract is a contract. I don't have time and energy, because I need about 3 lives to discuss that, lecture. That's what it's called, lecture that individual, not to convince that person, but at least to tell that person how much I would have to tell that person to bring him up to the current events. I don't have time. I have my own life, but I can spread the word through this, or at least my take on things. This is mine. Contract is a contract. But if you don't respect the contract, I'm going to slap you with the same non-contract, following, accomplishing, whatever that's called. It's just unbelievable. And when you're going to watch TV for the next, whatever this thing is going to end, it's going to be a contract is a contract. The Russians broke their contracts. The Russians cannot be trusted. Russia is a rogue state. The people outside, like the Chinese, the Indians, the other guys that are not in this camp, they will say, what the hell did you expect? That's exactly what he said he's going to do to you. And what did you do? You bluffed. Scoffed at this, like you scoffed to a child when a child said, well, when I'm going to grow up, I'm going to beat you up. And you say, okay, see you then. That's the same way these guys did right here. They scoffed and they didn't care. And Putin told them, guys, Lavrov told them, guys, Peskov told them, guys, stop, back off. Why would you do that? Why do you get involved? And besides, we have these countries like France and Germany who are part of the Minsk agreements. They didn't do their part to pressure Ukraine, their friend now, to abide by those agreements in 2015. They were over there the guarantors of the agreements that they will make Ukraine abide, and they didn't. So a lot of, I don't know, a big portion of this war falls on their lap because they were incapable of delivering. A contract is a contract, like Bernie Sanders with the pink hands. A contract is a contract. Remember 2015? I used the wrong finger. Anyway, so go back there, and that's a contract is a contract. France, Germany, and whoever else was over there. I can't remember if it was Great Britain or not. I think they were kept out because they're just unimportant, just an island over there, I guess. I mean, not unimportant, but it's just they're like the little, I don't know. I don't even know if Great Britain, I don't think so, has an independent foreign policy. They look to the West and say, hey, Big Sam, the daddy, are you gonna, what should I do? Uncle Sam, Big Sam, same thing here. It's just unbelievable. So a contract is a contract. And besides, if people want to resiliate the contract, they will do it. And they're going to sue them. Look what's going to happen now. Do you think that if there's going to be a big inflation here in the United States, and let's say you have a fixed interest rate, let's say for a mortgage, for a house, okay, and all of a sudden the inflation will be so big that the house, the amount you pay for the mortgage will become smaller and smaller. I mean, not smaller, will stay the same, but inflation and your income will grow. So in 5 years, that's going to be like 1% of your income. Do you think that the banks will not call you and tell you that they unilaterally change the percentage and they make it from a fixed rate to a, how do you call it? I can't remember right now. Not fixed. Open that they can change according to the market. I can't remember the word right now. Anyway, you got the idea. They will call you and they will do that. I'm 100% certain. Like they didn't help us in 2008 when we had to bail them out because they were too big to fall. That was a robbery right there. Robbery. All the contracts were not contracts there. Did anybody ask me if I want to bail out GM? Or those banks and all that, Goldman Sachs, for instance? No, nobody asked me. They said, oh, you voted. They're over there. Democracy, mass democracy. There you have it. So who's going to pay for bailing those guys out? My children, your grandchildren, and so on. Those were who. And my life is even, the standard of living, it's lower than it should have been right now for me. I should have earned more, and I should have everything lower. Electricity, mortgages, gas. But no, we bailed those guys out in 2008. So there you have it. Or we help everybody. They give millions and billions of dollars overseas from the money that we don't have, instead of giving to me to have my life better. Why do I need to give it to Egypt? Why do I need to give it out to Israel? Why do I need to give it to Ukraine now? And to Pakistan? Billions and billions. Dollars that United States doesn't have, just prints, petrodollar. All that money, keep it here. Make my life better. I am the citizen. I'm working. That's my team here. Not that. Those are not in my team. My team is this right here. You take my money and give it over there. Don't tell me, to keep them appeased and be on our side. Well, if you need to bribe someone, that means you're doing something wrong as a person. If you need to keep friends around by paying them, that means you're not a good friend. They should like you for what you are. If they don't, they're free to choose. No, I'm putting over there military bases and I give them money. To what? To like me? To tell me, oh, you're great, Emil, you're fantastic. Oh my God. You don't give me money, he's going to look at the neighbors and want the neighbor to hanky-panky. Unbelievable, unbelievable. So a contract is a contract as long as I say so. When you say so, when you say something else, no, it doesn't work that way. A contract is a contract as long as I say it. And I don't say, when I say something differently, then it's done. Thank you for being with me today. Have a nice day. Stay strong, stay smart. Look for the truth and be just. See ya.